For today's Cyber CEO episode,
her name is 𝗙𝗃. She's actually super awesome. I will give her some of the ideas that I want to do, or I'll send a video in and she'll make it all cool. I mean, I'm 50 years old, and I'm running houses, and I don't have time to make it all cooler. And people will say, wow, your videos have really improved. But that would be 𝗙𝗃. She also does, I'll be out and about. She's hardworking. She's positive. She goes above and beyond. She tries really hard to meet my expectations. She keeps me in line. She's willing and able, and which is the thing. So high five to 𝗙𝗃 out there.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗪𝗏. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Jennifer, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for dropping by. I know you have a lot of things to do. Really appreciate you being on the show. Now, start things off to let you know we have a lot of listeners who are business owners just like yourself. So I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe we can start with, what's your role in the business, Jennifer?
So I started a team in real estate. It's a very small team. It's just my son and I, and I have one admin, and then of course a cyberbacker. And so I run a top team in my office, though, top small team. So
how long have you been in the real estate though?
I've actually been I think I just hit my 8-year mark.
8-year mark. So a lot of experience there in real estate. How about working with someone virtual, just like with your cyberbacker? Is this your first time?
This is definitely my first time. Yes.
First go at it. Was it a big change? Because I know in real estate, we're kind of used to working with people that we can meet face to face. Now everything's going virtual. So how was the transition there?
I would think it's a big change, not just that it's virtual, because actually my admin moved away. So she's now technically virtual, but I knew her ahead of time, right? Mm-hmm. I think the big change would be trusting someone you've never actually met from a business you don't actually know. That would I think would be the big change and the big leap of faith.
All right. So basically not knowing the person that you're really working with, just you've never met them, something like that.
Correct. I mean, we get a lot of, I'll say, for lack of a better word, we get a lot of spam emails, a lot of people trying to have us buy their business, all the time. And you don't know what's a good one and what's a not good one. And that's a tricky, especially when it's virtual and cyber. So that was a hard leap of faith for me. Right. Although I did have a little bit of an in on this one that I knew I was okay. So
how were you introduced to the idea of virtual leverage through Cyberbacker then?
So I actually met Craig, who is the founder, at a real estate class that I was in. So he was in that one. I switched to KW. He came to this class. I didn't know everything about it, but I knew that he was the founder, which is what made me willing to check into that versus some of the other ones. So I had a little bit of an extra in. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So basically, it's like an idea of what Cyberbacker is then, right? And virtual leverage.
I didn't know what it was. I just knew that I had met him, so I was willing to check into it. And I actually didn't do it for a long time because it was still someone far away. So I didn't really want to. So it took me a minute.
So what
maybe
gave you that?
Years, maybe almost 4 years.
4 years. So what gave you that push then now to try virtual leverage through Cyberbacker?
So I have actually I'm on a TV show. There's a top producers and we do real estate, lifestyle, and culture. And I pay for the licensing rights to that so I can market that after the show airs and even before the show airs. But I didn't have enough leverage to do that. My admin was busy. I'm busy. I got to do the other stuff. And we were trying to market that plus all of our other stuff. And we just didn't have the capacity to leverage that in the right form. So that's where I started. I needed someone to do social media. I mean, how hard is it to do TikTok, YouTube, social, Facebook, Instagram, and then events, and then your business? And like, I can't do that all, and I cannot be an expert at all of that. And so I reached out because I wanted someone to manage the social media aspect.
Okay. So how does your cyberbacker fit that picture then now? What does she do on your social media, things like that, other things?
She's actually super awesome. Her name is 𝗙𝗃. So heads up to him. Oh, high five to 𝗙𝗃 out there. But she does a lot of like, she'll create some of the, I mean, I create some of the content because I still want it to be me, but I will give her some of the ideas that I want to do, or I'll send a video in and she'll make it all cool, you know? I mean, I'm 50 years old, and I'm renting houses, and I don't have time to like make it all cooler. And people will say, wow, your videos have really improved, but that would be 𝗙𝗃. So she does that. She also does things like, I'll be out and about and I'll get a lead call in, but there's so many different systems that we have to input into, you know, our command, our CRM, or our, you know, in this list. And I will tell her, hey, this person called me. Can you remind me to follow up with her in 4 days? Because I'm on the road and I just don't have the brain capacity to do that. And sure enough, 𝗙𝗃 will say, reminder to follow up with blah, blah, blah. And she's like clockwork. And I think a lot of that is 𝗙𝗃, but a lot of that is you guys.
Yes, here in Cyberbacker, of course. So let's go back then. Before you even got to work with 𝗙𝗃, through our hiring process, of course, interviews, communicating with our Cyberbacker team, how did you make that final decision to partner with 𝗙𝗃 then?
So they let me interview a few, and honestly, I just clicked with 𝗙𝗃 right off the bat. As far as all the interviews, I spent the longest time with 𝗙𝗃, and the rest of them were super great, I'm sure, but I just kind of felt that 𝗙𝗃 was the right one for me. And it was a leap of faith, to be honest. Like normally, if you interview, you get to see them, you're here. Sure. This is virtual. You don't have that capacity. And I was very hopeful and needed something that was different, something to take over that aspect. And so that's how that worked. How about that?
So how long have you been partnered with 𝗙𝗃, by the way? Forgot to ask earlier.
Oh, she just passed her 100-day mark with me, and she survived it. So, woohoo!
Survived it with flying colors, I'm assuming.
With flying colors. Well, yes, she survived with flying colors. I just wonder if my lack of organization might throw her for a loop sometimes. So,
now, seems to me that you've created this very strong bond with 𝗙𝗃 and your Cyberbacker. But what I'd like to know is, how did it get to that point? That strong partnership that you have with your Cyberbacker.
𝗙𝗃's a sweetheart. So, I mean, we don't see each other often. Okay, for me, this is not a normal year. That's the other reason I needed to do something. My son's baby was born with half a heart, which took him out of the business for a little bit. It's been almost 10 months now. But he's not been able to work, and I would love to do it alone. And I don't know why I'm crying, but she's just a breath of fresh air. She's positive. She's upbeat. When we talk on the computer, like we'll do Zooms once in a while. And I would have thought we would do more because normally I would be a little more structured, not too much. She's always there. She's always willing. I like I said, I think we kind of connected in our interview. Like, so I don't know how else to answer that one. But I would say, or most, you probably should do some more Zoom calls because a lot of connection happens there.
So really communicating and being with your Cyberbackers. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and I should do more of that. So she'll see this and go, I hardly see you at all. But I should do more. But when we do, that's even better. But she's just a super positive, hardworking individual. And I want her to be successful, and I want to help in that area too.
Now, you mentioned a lot of good things about 𝗙𝗃 then. My last question is, what's the top one thing that you like most about her then? What's the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about 𝗙𝗃?
About her?
Yeah.
Oh, I just said a whole bunch of them. She's a I can't do one. You can't do one. She's hardworking. She's positive. She goes above and beyond. She tries really hard to meet my expectations, which sometimes I don't even know what those are, because I'm not being organized. She keeps me in line. I will say, when she first started, we had an event, and running this event, she would run the invites, the surveys that came in, and then she started doing a countdown for the event, 5 days until the event. Just she has some great ideas. I have some great ideas. We put us together. And I think like my social media, I just sent her a screenshot. My social media increased, like it says, you have increased visibility 1,298% in the last 3 days. Wow. So, and every day you've had increased invisibility for 96 days. So we've been working on this together, but she has also come in with an organization plan because I can count on her. She's always there from 10 to 2. So I know exactly when we can do stuff, but she's willing. She's willing and able, and which is the thing. Here's the thing I like about Cyberbacker that has absolutely nothing to do with Trisha, because this is not how my personality runs. I've been taught in my brokerage that I need to have, a 30, 60, 90 plus to hold your people accountable so that they know what you want and you know what they're doing, and it's better for everyone. And I'm so bad at that. But you guys do that. You will talk to her, see how it's going. They will call me to see how I'm doing. And she sends me a breakdown of her schedule of what she did every single day. I can see minute to minute of what she worked on. And I love that. I love that because I can see how much time some of these things take so that I'm trying to get better expectations for her. And I can see, this happened here and this happened here. And I know that stuff got done. And I love that you do that. Or I'll have a question. I'll go, hey, can you do this? And she'll be, let me check with Cyberbacker. And there's somebody there in Cyberbacker who can train her and I don't have to figure it out. So there you go.
So here in Cyberbacker, of course, you don't just get one person, you get the whole company, you could get the whole business as a partner. Also seems to me that you've already found your perfect partner in Trisha, your Cyberbacker. Obviously, we're very, very excited to see the continued growth all throughout the year. And again, Jennifer, thank you very much for dropping by today. I had fun talking to you.
Hey, talk to you soon or later or some other time.
Sure.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.